Alright guys, time to crap here back again today. Hope you're enjoying your day so far. Today we're going to talk about this pretty embarrassing situation that came out from the CDL about 24 hours ago regarding the CDL merchandise for the 2020 season. Going into 2021, is this going to improve significantly? Are the organizations going to have control over their own merchandise? That's what we want to see, because it reflects badly not only on the CDL, but also the organizations themselves, which really do not have much responsibility for how exactly this is produced. However, there's a lot of great creative artists out there, and I'm sure that the organizations themselves would love to have the opportunity to create their own merchandise, create their own branding, especially some of the great brands I think we have in the CDL. I mean, especially I was just thinking that, you know, Seattle Surge, Florida Mutineers, the things they could do with their branding if they were given free reign to do so would be fantastic, I think. And well, they'd be able to present their brands much more widely and probably sell more merchandise. The CDL has effectively controlled everything this season. Not only is everything like very, very expensive indeed, but the quality is nowhere to be found. Like, if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new. As always, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you for doing that. Let's hop into this video that came out from Self-Aware. Then yesterday, I cannot purchase anything from the CDL League anymore. My son was totally let down. I'll just show you the video on why this heat vinyl design just, well, doesn't cut it.
Yo, man, I can't even believe this. I spend all kinds of money at the CDL store. The CDL, designed for the best players in the world. And this is what I'm getting. I cannot believe this is what came in the mail yesterday. What? Are you kidding me, bro? I cannot believe this. I cannot believe it. Like, what are they doing? Can somebody explain this to me? Like, why is this so messed up?
So I just went on the CDL website to see what was going on here, and I found this hoodie under Atlanta FaZe. Of course, you can get the black one or the white one as well. This is just a cool $130 regular, $104 with this like 20% off codes. So, you know, this charging a pretty extraordinary amount of money. If you want to get this like in Europe as well, you have to pay like ridiculous export fees and stuff. Gets to the point where it's just not worth it at all. And it's very frustrating as a European fan, the fact that, like, let's say London or Paris, if I want to buy their merchandise, I have to buy it from the CDL store over in the USA, and then of course I have to pay the export fees, and well, by the time it gets to me, it's taken ages. Make much more sense, right, if the organizations themselves, London and Paris, could store their own stock like in-house and then send it out throughout the UK and throughout France and throughout Europe. That would make a lot more sense. In addition to that, I don't really want to buy stuff which is just super generic like this. And okay, yeah, some of the jerseys look kind of nice in some of the colors. I think that the Toronto ones especially look pretty decent. But yeah, for this money and for the quality that we just saw in that video, it's, well, obviously far from worth it, and doesn't reflect well on the CDL, but also doesn't reflect well on the organizations themselves. So how will things develop going forward? That's certainly a question that can be asked. He then comes back with, I want to say this, CEO AV Paul, so Atlanta Esports Ventures, called me on Sunday and was very concerned about the purchase from the CoD League. I was highly impressed with his care and customer service, guys. A++ in my book, so thank you. So yeah, pretty impressive stuff from AEV, but at the same time, it shouldn't be them that takes the brunt of this, right? Like, it's not their merchandise in a sense. Yes, it's their merchandise, but I don't believe they designed it, because, well, everything looks like this. The Atlanta FaZe one, the Chicago Huntsman one, everything is exactly the same. So it's not their fault that, well, the design isn't good. They don't deal with the merchandise production and all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, they're still taking the brunt of it, I suppose, which isn't really good to see. And Arcetes as well comes back saying, I'm sorry, like, obviously there's nothing he can do about it, but yeah, it's just an unfortunate situation. So with the discussion on Reddit here, the CDL is partnered with Fanatics. Just Google their name and you'll see the complaints about their merch. And well, the discussion in the thread was around like getting a brand sponsorship with Nike, Adidas, like that'd be pretty cool to see. And well, Fanatics hockey jerseys, apparently really good ones, but well, in t-shirts and sweaters, then the stuff becomes really cheap supposedly. So you know, maybe not the best partnership with the CDL, and if the organizations had their own discretion, they could partner with whoever they wanted and, well, produce merchandise that they actually wanted to produce. And as Aaron Create says, a reminder that CDL teams cannot privately design and sell their own merchandise. Meanwhile, this is the current CDL product. Aaron Create, of course, pretty frustrated that, well, he can't do anything much to actually create some branding and create some, well, some cool merchandise that these teams can actually sell. Because esports is difficult to make profitable right now. All the streams are made for free, effectively. Like, you know, esports fans aren't used to paying for anything, but one thing that esports fans will tend to pay for is merchandise. So good quality merchandise, we can actually get to a point where maybe we can start monetizing this league to the point where, you know, we don't need too many sponsors to where this league long term can be profitable, right? And a good merchandise, I think, is a great step up towards that. And if it feels like the organizations have ownership of the actual merchandise they produce and could do some of their own like merch drops and this kind of stuff outside of what the CDL owns, that'd probably get us to a much more healthy ecosystem, to be honest. And I believe it's coming. He says, you know, I didn't want to hop on the hate CDL train, but more to highlight that changes are due when it comes to franchise merchandise. Fan experience cannot reflect poorly on the orgs when they do not have any control over the quality. Well, this came out a while ago in July. RZD says, you ever wonder what it would look like if every, you know, what team jerseys would look like if it was a custom design? Clayster says, our jerseys for next year look absolutely fire. And of course, this was before, I believe, the 5v5 to 4v4 change came in, and then it gets to the point where Clayster has to get dropped off the Dallas Empire. That's not ideal. And so, well, please just tell me not every team will have the same design with the colors changed. I emoji, party emoji. So yeah, looking like next year it is going to be fine. Of course, this is before the 5v5, 4v4 stuff came in, because Clayster was clearly excited about our jerseys, that being the Dallas Empire at the time, now finds his way onto the New York Subliners, of course, and well, no confirmations yet as to who the fourth is going to be on their roster. Rumored to be Hydra / John, potentially, with Mac, Zuma, and Clayster on the starting lineup of that team. So I definitely think this is the direction we need to move forward in Call of Duty next season. It might be kind of frustrating for the CDL, but at the end of the day, if it's going to sell more merchandise, I might actually be tempted to buy some stuff if it's actually decent quality and, well, it looks well designed, rather than the current stuff, which is just Control-C, Control-V, as well. Maybe change the colors and the logo a little bit on the different logos. This is one quick thing I thought was funny as well. There was a podcast that came out talking about, you know, in the hot seat, which players should franchises stay away from. The list that they came up with was Ace Accuracy, Gunless, OP Suda, of course, being happy and slacked. And Gunless comes back with pictures of when he's won events and trophies in the past. Just to finish with this, I thought was cool as well. Odell Beckham Jr. tweeting that he's going to stream tonight with Dr. Disrespect, and then Tuesday the 29th, that being today, he's going to play with Scump as well. So thought this was really, really cool to see. Great to see, well, Call of Duty getting some more exposure, because this does translate into competitive viewership over the coming season. So great to see. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you were new as always. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you for making it this far. If you did enjoy it, a like on the video helps the YouTube algorithm know you enjoy this content. Other people like you may enjoy it as well. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.
Wait, yo, why does my map look hello? Yo, hold up, dude. I need some color in this. Chat, yo, give me colorblind, bro. What the is this? I can't see. Bro, what the am I playing? Oh, there we go. That's better.
New hard point. Move out. Hard point is an enemy head.
Silence to work with, but a 1 versus 2. This could be tough, and he may have just shot his shot a little early. 1v1, 34 seconds remaining. There's apathy. Defend the bomb site. Shots gets it done! And that's a big win for Paris Legion. What a ripper!